So here's the story of how we sold our house, I quit my job, we left our community, all to chase the dream of starting a homestead. Hey, what's up? My name is Rachel. I am 36 years old. I am a nurse, though I am not working at the moment, and I'm mom to 3 kids. Back in 2019, my husband and I were living in a beautiful home, and I was working PRN as a nurse, and he's working as a software engineer, and our kids were going to the local schools, and I was on the outside absolutely living the dream. It wasn't until 2020 when I had made the very difficult decision to become sober. I gave up drinking completely, that I started to realize that there were a lot of aspects of myself and my life that I had not focused on or left unfulfilled. All of the things that I thought were really important somehow became less important to me. And then March happened, March 2020. So I was working in a medical intensive care unit, which specialized in sepsis or infectious disease. So then a bunch of things happened kind of all at once. On vacation to a friend's farm, and it was during that time we were staying in our RV, and her farm had animals, and the kids would get up and play outside all day. I would wake up early, go for a walk, and feed the animals for her because I loved it. And we would do chores and just be together with no electronics and enjoying the fresh air. I looked at my husband and I was like I want this. I want this for our family. And that started a conversation of us trying to figure out how we could make this our life. Like I said, I had felt more peaceful in the time that we spent on that farm than I had in the entire year. So that was in November that happened. So I had been working for the whole pandemic up to that point. I was exhausted. I didn't feel like I was able to give my children as much of myself as I wanted. I didn't feel like in all of the other areas of my life besides nursing, I was really able to have any kind of self-actualization. So we made the decision to start looking for a new path, a new way. We kind of every step of the way said, we're going to try. We're going to do the next step towards this, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So the first step was, okay, we're going to try to get this land, and well, that worked. And then the next step was, my husband getting approved to leave the state, and that worked. And then the next step was selling the house. And our beautiful home, which we had purchased almost 2 years prior and done so much work on renovating, was on the market for, what, babe, like 10 days? Like 10 days, and we had I don't know how many showings and 3 different offers. So we ended up getting an offer for really close to our asking price, and we were like, well, that happened. So we put everything we owned in moving trucks and took our RV up to some land in Kentucky and put everything in storage. So it was 2 giant moving vans dragging 2 cars with me in a truck with 3 kids, a cat, a dog, and 4 chickens. It was fun. It wasn't bad, but it was interesting. It was stressful. The path that we chose is that we chose a Clayton home, a Clayton manufactured home. And so the process of now getting that home to our property is kind of where we find ourselves. We are living in our RV. It is a little tight, like maybe 300 square feet, about 300 square feet. And the RV, so that we could be hooked up to septic and water and be able to function, we are actually on a different piece of property that is owned by our family. And so we are not on the property that we're going to be developing. We had a lot of weather get in our way. We had some pipes freezing, and that got in our way. But then, the big thing has been drying this piece of the property to put in the road so that we can do everything we need to do to get the house ready. And they've started doing things like digging out the posts and putting in the cement pillars to hopefully get the house up there. But the biggest hang up has been anything that requires cement or gravel can't get up the road until we have it graveled all the way up the side, and we can't do that until it's dry. So we find ourselves in a little bit of limbo on that. So I'm just planning on documenting as we go along because I think it's going to be an interesting process. Understand, I know nothing about homesteading or land development, so uh, come alongside us and learn with me because Lord knows I'm going to make some mistakes.